everybody, I'm Scott and this is my YouTube channel, Stamping Scott. I have a really cool and easy card for you today. So excited to share this with you. My idea today is to take a stamp set that you've had for a while, that you haven't given any love to for a while, but it's sitting on your shelf and you just know that you love it, but you want to give it new life. So today's video is about how to take an existing stamp set with a simple card and beef it up with a new look using the Biggest Wish sentiment stamp set that's featured in the new annual catalog. I love this stamp set because it's got nice big bold titles, and today's card is about thank you. Today happens to be Sharing World Kindness Day, November 13th. And how appropriate to make a video about this because I have so much appreciation for you for being a part of my stamping journey here on Stamping Scott. It's really, really awesome that you've decided to subscribe to my YouTube channel, make really wonderful comments, and I really feel like that's why I got into doing videos, because I want to meet friends. I want to be able to help other people, bring a smile to their face, and also to make a difference in the world. And these are my thank you cards for my customers in October. So I thought I would share with you this simple card technique using two colors that you can choose, using a new stamp set that will bring your old stamp set to life. So maybe it's not sunflowers that you want to use as your background stamp set. You could choose something like Free as a Bird. We've got this cute little bird and a flower, and then you can beef it up with a nice bold gesture of kindness. Really cool. All right, so let's get started with this. Now, we want to keep this card simple. This will probably take you less than 20 minutes to create, and it's one of those cards where you can do 2 or 3 at one time. I know I made these in 2s, and I made 8 cards in less than 2 hours. So it is really an easy card. So we choose 2 coordinating colors. This particular one is Bumblebee. This is from last year's in color, but still current. And then we've got Garden Green. Now, I know some of you may ironically notice that these are the colors of the Green Bay Packers in Wisconsin. I'm not huge into sports, but after I had chosen these 2 colors, I chose these for fall because we still see a little bit of yellow in the fall, and we also still see a little green. So I thought this is a nice combination for fall other than your traditional orange and red colors. I thought we'd do that. But ironically, it's the Green Bay Packers. So if you're into sports, hey, there you go. Now you could do any 2 colors that you want to do. Like I also like Melon Mumbo and Granny Apple Green. Of course, these are nice 80s preppy colors if you remember, but I love those 2 colors together. Another really great combination would be Real Red and Old Olive. These are nice for Christmas. So if you want to make a Christmas card to share some kindness, that's great. We could do Pumpkin Pie and Highland Heather, which is orange and purple. All sorts of different combinations. The idea is that we're going to make our own designer series paper by stamping 2 different images, or maybe 3 in the background using those 2 colors. Keeping it simple is key for this card. I did beef it up a little bit more with some gold embellishments. We used gold embossing with a gold ribbon and gold gems, but quite honestly, if you really want to keep it simple, you could eliminate all of that and just go with the greeting in the background. But we're going to show you what I made today, and this is also a stand card, so the card stands up. So let's look at what we have for cardstock here. So I have a cut of cardstock, 4 1/4 by 11. To make it to do a stand card. And I believe that is 4 1/4, yes. Okay. And then I have the inside part of the card that we're gonna do the designer series paper on. This is cut at 5 by 3 3/4. See, I had to think about it for a second. I've been making cards for 15 years, but I still have to think about my measurements. I would say 2 different cuts, one at 2 inches and the other one at 1.5 inches. Give yourself at least 3 inches of length so we can trim this down with the punch. But this is going to be where our sentiment goes. So those are the cuts of cardstock for today. And of course, once again, we've got Bumblebee, and I know I was going to say Garden Galore, you guys, Green Galore. That's an old color from way back when. It's Garden Green. Just tell Scott it's called Garden Green. Okay. Okay, let's get started. Once again, the 2 stamp sets we're working with today, Biggest Wish, which is the new sentiment stamp sets. It's going to beef up this card, or an old stamp set that you like. I'm using my old stamps that celebrate sunflowers. This one's still in the annual catalog as well. You know, you've seen it in one of my other videos. I absolutely love these sunflowers. They're just so cheerful. Okay, so let's make the designer series paper. We're gonna go ahead and use the sunflower image and the leaf image. Use Bumblebee first. So you guys, today is the last day of Stampin' Up! On stage. They're doing it locally, virtually, I should say, via internet. And it's been a lot of fun learning about some of the new things that are coming out in January. January of 2022, you guys, a new celebration and a new catalog is coming your way. And so as a demonstrator, I get to find out about those things a little bit earlier, get some inspiration from other card designers, see what they're creating. It's so much fun to learn about that and get excited about something new. So this technique is called Stampin' Off. We're just gonna stamp off the card. It frees up so much stress not to try to figure out, ooh, where am I gonna put this? You just stamp off of it. It's one of my favorite techniques from way back when. There you go. Excellent, got that. We're just gonna do 2 sunflowers, I think. And I'm going to go ahead and get, oops, just got some ink on my thumb. Oh, right, well that's okay. Inky fingers is a part of the game. And I wanna put these leaves sort of near the flower, but not on top of the flower. It's not perfect. I just wanna give the idea that the leaves are a part of the card. I'm not necessarily making a literal statement that the leaves are attached to the flowers. Just kind of stamping some off. We just want to add the color to the card to create some more interest. And it doesn't matter where you're going to go with it. Stamp off the edge. Some of it's going to be covered by the sentiment as well as the ribbon. There we go. Cool. Now, I know that you guys like to keep a clean craft room because we're always so clean at everything we do, right? So I was a little satire there, but I do love my Stampin' Scrubber. I will tell you that this thing is the best thing ever made. When I first came into Stampin' Up! Over 15 years ago, when I found out about this made my life so much easier. So we're gonna put a cleaner on one side. This is called Stampin' Mist. The bottle's bigger now. And then we're gonna use the dry side to wipe them off. So I'm gonna use the wet to clean them, dry side. Look at how easy that is. Then you don't have to worry about getting inky fingers or using, some people use wipes. Wipes just gets all over your hand. This way it stays off your fingertips. This is one of the best inventions. If you do rubber stamping and you don't have one of these, please check it out. The Stampin' Scrubber and the Stampin' Mist. It's what made stamping an art for me. Like, wow, I can create without making my whole face look like ink. I know I used to do a lot of cake decorating in the kitchen, and oh my goodness, I'd have powdered sugar everywhere. So I love that Stampin' Scrubber because it keeps the ink where I need it to be on the paper and off my hands. That was so simple, right? Now we're gonna add the ribbon. Now the ribbon I have is right here. And this is called the Shimmering Ribbon in Gold. And we're gonna use a lovely method that my dear friend Robin told me many years ago. Taught me years ago, not told me, taught me. And it's called the cheater method. Whenever you put ribbon on a card, you don't have to wrap it all the way around and tie a bow. You can just go ahead and face it where you want to on the front. Come around the back, get some Scotch tape. She's so much better at demoing this than I am. I just love her. She's so awesome. She's my video mentor. Here you go. Robin, if you're watching, you are awesome. Okay, so there we go. Very simple. Look at how we're going along here. All right. So the next thing we want to do is put embossing on here. Now, I probably should have done the embossing before the ribbon, but it's okay. It's all good. It's all going to work out. So I have a little embossing kit here. This is an anti-static thing called a Embossing Buddy. Stampin' Up! No longer sells this product, and normally I only feature things that I use, but I'm a little OCD. When it comes to doing embossing, I need to have that anti-static because I know it'll be messy if I don't. So, but for most people, it works perfectly without it. This is called Versamark. It's a watermark, basically a glue pad, but it leaves a nice watermark. So if you're trying to create a card that has a clear, like a neutral colored stamp, this is nice to use on color cardstock. Or if you want to do embossing, it's what you need. And we're just going to go ahead With the photopolymer stamp, we can see exactly where it's going to go and just press down. We don't rock, we just press down and then lift. And you can actually feel the stickiness from the Versamark. It's a brand new Versamark pad. They're so clean when they're new. And as far as the anti-static part, you can find these in craft stores too. So if you really want to have something like that, it is available to you. And they last a lifetime, so you never have to buy it again. It's like a very inexpensive investment. We're going to use the gold embossing powder here. Gold embossing powder now from Stampin' Up! Comes in a trio of colors. There's silver, copper, and gold. And you get 3 of them in a pack. This one is probably as old as I have worked with Stampin' Up! Ooh, okay. It looks good. It's fine. It looks good. Now we have a heat tool for this. You cannot use a blow dryer. You have to use a heat tool. And this is a Stampin' Up! They're $29. Once again, lifetime investment. Once you have one, you never have to buy one again. And I'm just gonna go ahead and turn it on, and I don't recommend doing this because it does get hot, but I'm just kind of feeling for the right temperature. Okay, that's good enough. And I'm just gonna lightly hold it over where I had put the embossing powder. Some people like to do this. You can just hold it steady. It doesn't make it go any faster. And I just start to watch for it to turn gold. See how it's kind of turning there? There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There we go. Cute. I love how it picks up the gold accent. And I did the gold as a way to pick up the gold in the card, make it a little bit more royale. I don't know how you could say it. However, you could forego all the gold elements and do this in StazOn, which is a nice jet black opaque ink. And that would look really nice on the front too. So you don't even have to do the embossing. It's just another way to step up the card a little bit. Okay, look at how far we're already going. We're gonna do the thanks part right next. So I'll go ahead and put that off to the side, get my thanks, and then get the white cardstock here. Now, the punch that I wanted to use for this video, I don't have. It's called the Tailored Tag Punch. It's really cool. It's in the annual catalog. I don't know why I don't own this punch. It's been out for 3 years, and I absolutely love it because the shape is really cool. But it's just one of those things that I keep forgetting to order. It's called the Tailored Tag Punch. Love this punch, and I need to have it. So what we're going to do, or what you would do with this punch to create that banner tag, is when you put it in there, you would only use this part of the punch to punch out the corner or that nice banner tag. I have this punch here, which does the same thing, but the only purpose of this punch is to make a banner. And we do have some really cool banner punches that I do really like. These aren't big enough for this particular sentiment, so I needed something a little wider. I would prefer to use the Tailored Tag Punch, and I wish I had this to demonstrate for you today, but I do not. So this is what you would use, and it's current, okay? And you're gonna say, oh, but I like this punch better. You know what? It's cool, but it only does one thing, where the Tailored Tag does two. It makes a really cool tag, and it makes a banner all in one. Multi-purpose is easy, and it reduces the clutter in your house. So I kept this one because I do like the banner punch, but I keep forgetting to order that other punch. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in here. And what you're going to do is flip over your punch, and you're going to eyeball where the banner is going to go. And I'm just going to look right here is the center. I'm just kind of looking for even. And once you find where it's going to go, you're going to pop it up just like that. That's one of the things I love about punches, is you can eyeball that. We're also, while we're punching, I'm going to grab my other piece of Bumblebee cardstock. I'm going to slip that in the grooves as well. And we're also going to eyeball that piece too. I keep feeling like I'm saying that wrong, you guys. You know that I have used the word eyeball before, and I have failed and had bloopers because of it. I think in one of my videos I said I'm going to take an eyeball out. I'm like, I don't know where that came from. I would never do anything to hurt anyone, so please don't take that literally. So there we go. Nice. And I always try to look at where my blade lines are to keep it flat. Whenever you cut cardstock, you always want to make sure when you cut it, the side that you cut down into is on the other side, just to kind of keep everything even. So that's the banner right there. Really easy. Okay, I'll put that away over here. Trying to keep this a 30-minute video so you guys aren't gonna fall asleep on me. We're gonna take the Garden Green. I said it right. And take the thanks. I love these bold thank yous. Oh my gosh, this stamp set featured in the annual catalog is one of my favorites. Just because it does. It elevates all your existing stamp sets that you haven't shown a lot of love for lately. All right, once again, we want to go ahead and look at where we're putting it. I have a new stamping desk workstation. I am standing versus sitting, which I kind of like. I like presenting while I stand. I think I talk better and I can work better. But we'll see. It's all a work in progress. I miss having a larger space on my desk. When I moved into my new place, my 15-year-old craft table broke in half. Well, IKEA furniture isn't designed to last forever, and that definitely did not. But you know what? I was expecting that to happen, so I needed to do something different, and so now I've got a stand desk instead. And we're cleaning that stamp off. We're going to clean this one from the Versamark that was left on it. Look at that. We're actually done stamping, you guys. Wow. Now we just have to assemble everything. So I have some adhesive up here. Stampin' Up! Has some of the best adhesive out there. I'm going to just use Stampin' Seal Plus today. This is a more durable, long-lasting hold. Either use dimensional adhesive, but you don't really want it to stand up. You need to use a heavier adhesive in order for it to not lift off the card. So we'll use the Stampin' Plus today. Stampin' Seal Plus. And also, we're going to be using the ever so famous Stampin' Dimensionals. Yay, the best adhesive ever made. I have tried Pop Dots, everything on the market. This is my favorite because it utilizes every part of the foam and there's no waste. It's the best. And then when I get down to the end of it, I just snip the corners and use those pieces because you know what? No one's going to see it on the other side. It's, you know, there we go. All right, let's put this together. We're going to get the Stampin' Seal. One tip about Stampin' Seal, sometimes it doesn't pick up right away. You just take your finger and roll it a little bit and you can feel that adhesive and then you know it's going to pick up. So I'm just going to go ahead and that. Now this is kind of cool. You can be creative. Now you'll see on my card, I chose to do the banner flush. Well, you could do it and show a little bit of a gap. You could overshoot it like that. You could offset it like that. Creativity is what it's all about. You can do whatever you feel moved to do. I'm gonna do it the way I had it in my photo. And I'm just gonna look at the even lines there and just push down. And I'm not gonna worry about this extra. We're just gonna snip that off. Super easy. All right, so next thing I wanna do is get my card front here, figure out where I wanna snip that. I'm gonna say, oh, maybe right about there. So I have a little bit of flexibility here. I can choose how I want it, see? Just don't wanna cut off the fan. We don't wanna say fan, we wanna say thanks. So we don't wanna cut it off there. All right, now I'm gonna use a cute little guillotine trimmer that you can't get anymore. I'm sorry, I hate showing things I don't like. I love this little thing. If you signed up to become a demonstrator, this is something that you got for free a couple years ago, and I love using it. However, I will say I've seen these little tiny guillotine things at Joann, so they're not Stampin' Up, but I've seen them. So you could also use your paper trimmer. And it's a trimmer and scoring blade, but I use my Scoring Buddy for scoring, so I just have my trimmer in here. It makes it easier for me, but this is great because if you cut designer series paper, it's nice and long, very portable, and they're only $25. Great. Anything that I feature in this video today, you can purchase if I tell you it's available, and you can get that at stampingscott.stampinup.net. I know a lot of you that are my customers, you know that when you make a purchase from me, I always send you a thank you card the following month that's handmade, and I send it to you with a post-it note in so you can continue to share the kindness. The whole point of my website is to keep sharing kindness, sending kind greetings to your friends and family just to be able to have that extra moment to share with someone, to make them smile, especially today since it's World Kindness Day. But that is the whole point of my mission and having why I have a YouTube channel and why I actually do Stampin' Up. So I want to make sure you can repurpose those cards and continue to share that kindness. But if you like anything that I'm using today and the cards supplies, you can always get them on my website. And I will also have a really cool link that you'll be able to click on in the YouTube description that will click you to my website to show you all the supplies I use today. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and put dimensionals on here. How am I doing for time here? Alexa, what time is it?
It's 9:55 a.m.
You guys like my... Morning. Oh, okay, you have a good morning too. Do you guys like my little spot over here? I've had that for a couple years. My mom got it for me We were at a Bed Bath & Beyond at Gurney Mills in Illinois, and they were on clearance for $30. And we're both like, what? That's like $100. I'm like, it's got a cute little screen in it. Now, you can watch movies on there, but I'm telling you, you'll be squinting a lot to see the movies. But it's just kind of cute. It tells you things that are going on through the day and can make it the color. I have it in fuchsia because it reminds me of the Pink Stampers, the team I'm on. There you go. I'm gonna go ahead and position it here. There we go. We're almost done with this card, okay? How cool is that? Now we're gonna get our card base in Garden Green, and we're gonna position it. And this is a stand card, so it's a nice little feature. When you give it to somebody, they can stand it up on their ledge to remind them that you sent them something nice, you know? All right. Now we're using the Stampin' Seal Plus because it has a little extra dimension on the back, so we wanna make sure it doesn't lift up. You can use Stampin' Seal, but like I said, whenever you've got other things going on as depth, you want to use something sturdier. And I just find having one adhesive to do everything. If you had to have one or the other adhesive, just get Stampin' Seal Plus and just keep this on hand. I love it. It's a nice adhesive. But if you're one of those that likes to pull up your work or you've repositioned it, the Stampin' Seal is a little bit more forgiving if you have to pull it off the cardstock. There you go. Here. This is permanent. Once it's down, it's down. You can also use tear and tape. Tear and tape is nice for when you're dealing with some extra thickness in the card. All right, now I'm gonna, once again, eyeball it. I do not like that expression. I'm wondering, like, if people internationally hear that word, they kind of think, oh, that's weird. Why does he say eyeball? I'm like, yay, look at that. Now, I could stop there, but you know what? We all like a little bling, right? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put some Gilded Gems on here. Now, there is a really cool picker tool from Stampin' Up. I need to order one of those too, but I use my Snips. And I just take it like this and just kind of wiggle it. And then I'm gonna place it in the center of the sunflower here, just like that. I'll take one of these and put in the center of the sunflower here. There we go. I'm gonna do 2 on this card. Sometimes I do 3, but today I feel like it's 2. 2, just me and you. So I actually filmed this video a couple days ago, but I got a brand new iPhone 13 Pro. And I knew that out of some sort of creative zealot, I wanted to go ahead and use 4K for shooting video. And I had HDR turned on. Well, didn't realize that I had those settings turned on when I shot the video. And it's like, oh, the video looks great. Why doesn't it download to my computer? Oh, because the file that should have been like maybe 300 megabytes, 400 megabytes for 30 minutes was 6 gigabytes. It wouldn't download to anything. So I thought, well, you know what? That was a good practice run. We're gonna do a real video today. There's the card, you guys. How simple was that, right? Take 2 of your favorite colors to make a nice background to feature the card. Please check out this Biggest Wish stamp set. I mean, think of all the cool combinations you can have. We got Thanks Friend, we've got Happy Birthday, we've got Hello, Hello, if you want to do that. That'd be kind of fun, right, on a card. Or Hello Birthday, Hello Friend, Thanks Friend. You get the idea. We've played a lot of games on our iPhones and Androids that play word games, so you can kind of play your own word game to figure out what combination is. And then there's a cute little graphic sentiment with little pluses by it, just to add a little sparkle. I might have used that today right about here, but I decided to use the Gilded Gems instead. Just way cool. This is a great set, super inexpensive. I'll post the price on the front so you can see what it is. And then pair it with your other favorite stamp set that you haven't used in a long time, that you want to give it a new meaning. There's some really cool sentiments in here, but you know, it's styled differently. By using a stamp set like this for sentiments, you're restylizing your card and your stamp set that you already have. So that's why I love this. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I want to tell you once again, this is one of those cards where you can make more than one at a time. Also, you can mix it up with different stamp sets, different colors. Utilize my template here today to make other cards. So I have this one too. I made 2 of these. This was for a challenge that I participated with this week. using Polished Pink and Soft Succulent. And those two are featured in our new in colors for 2021 for 2023. Those are the new in colors for that period of time. And if you love the Honeybee, this is the last run of Honeybee. This will be gone in the summer of 2022. So if you like the in colors from that period, please get them while they're around. All right. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for participating in today's video. I really hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And as always, I love it when you get comments. When you leave comments below, it actually helps YouTube to see my videos and get them out farther so other people can see them. So I really want to be able to have that visibility on YouTube so I have a motivation to continue to make videos. If I'm going to share kindness with everyone, I want to be able to have everyone see it. So that's something really important to me as a part of my mission in this YouTube channel. So I'd really like it if you give me a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Then I know I can continue to make videos. I will be doing an unboxing video very shortly with the product purchase premiere of the products that we got from Stampin' Up! A preview today. So that should be coming up probably early December, as I know you guys like it when I do an unboxing. But if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you'd like to see something else, another technique, another simple card like this, if you like simple cards, let me know. Just give me some feedback, okay? And keep it positive, all right? I'm a sensitive guy. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me here today at Stamping Scott. I want you to have an awesome Sharing Kindness Day. And of course, as you know, sharing kindness is something you do every day. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you so much. Once again, thanks for joining me here on Stamping Scott. Bye for now. This would be... I always think I have my measurements in my head until I start doing a video. Then for some reason my head draws a blank. Welcome to your 50s. That's all I have to say about that one. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Please check out some of my other videos on my YouTube channel, Stamping Scott. See you really soon.